Welcome to today's episode, where we're diving headfirst into the mesmerizing world of metaphors. These expressive tools shape how we communicate and understand one another. When we say phrases like, "It's raining cats and dogs," it's not just playful language. It conveys intensity in a way that plain words simply can't capture. Understanding metaphors is crucial because they're not about right or wrong. They're about forging deep connections.
Wow, that's interesting. But, why do you think we even bother to use metaphors in the first place? I mean, can't we just, say what we mean directly? It feels, a bit wild to be so indirect sometimes.
Great observation. It all stems from how humans perceive the world. Think of philosopher William James, who described the perspective of newborns as a buzzing and blooming confusion. Metaphors help translate that chaos into relatable imagery. For example, when I say the world is like a stage, it instantly paints a vivid picture, an evocative setting where we all have our parts to play. It elicits emotions, making understanding deeper and richer.
Oh, so it's kind of like a mental shortcut to connect better? So, what does this metaphor thing look like in real life, though?
Exactly, it's like a mental shortcut. Consider a simple simile. When I say, "She sings like a nightingale," it helps you envision her voice's elegance right away. It's powerful imagery that resonates. I remember hiking once and watching a sunset that felt like it was painted by an artist. It's all about vivid descriptions that draw you in.
Wow, that sounds beautiful. So poetry really utilizes this a lot, huh? Do you have any cool examples, besides Shakespeare or something?
Absolutely. Take the work of 18th century Japanese poet Issa. He created haikus that encapsulate life with intense imagery. Life is a fragile raindrop conveys vulnerability, as if life is hanging by a thread. On another note, Langston Hughes's idea of life being like a wrecked house evokes a visceral image that speaks to human struggle and experience.
That's so melancholic yet fascinating. But, how can a metaphor actually become confusing? Can you give me an example?
Great question. Let's say I say, "I feel like a square wheel." That instantly creates confusion. You might be left thinking, what does that even mean? In contrast, if I say, "I'm tired as a whale," while perplexing too, it paints a quirky image instead of a clear one. The emotions conveyed, like frustration, might be felt. But if the metaphor doesn't resonate clearly, we easily miss the point.
So it's really about evoking an understandable image, right? If I say the elephant in the room, that's just, super obvious about ignoring something, huh?
Spot on. The elephant in the room is an incredibly powerful metaphor. It brilliantly signals that there's an obvious issue everyone is choosing to ignore. That shared human experience really makes it resonate. Metaphors are like door handles that help us navigate through complicated situations.
Wow. I didn't realize metaphors could be that powerful. It's like they open entire new worlds of understanding. How do we actually create our very own metaphors in daily life?
That's the beauty of metaphors. You can create them from your personal experiences. Think back to your childhood and those times when you played pretend or made up stories. It's all about observing the world around you, connecting your unique experiences, and letting your creativity flow. Next time you're feeling a whirlwind of emotions, try expressing them in a unique way, like, "My heart is a locked box," or "Her laughter sparkled like starlight."
I absolutely love that idea. It's like finding your own personal expression instead of just saying, I'm happy, laughs.
Exactly. Crafting your own metaphors adds depth and richness to our conversations. So the next time you chat or share a story, consider, what vivid image can you use to resonate with your listener? It transforms communication into something truly beautiful and engaging.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. It's like a whole creative journey every time we speak.
Alright, so let's dive right into this, shall we? I want to talk about Max Porter's brilliant piece, Grief is a Thing with Feathers. It opens with this haunting image, right? A man in a lonely house, feeling isolated, while his children sleep on the floor. I mean, can you imagine that? It sets such a powerful stage for the manifestation of grief. You know, it's like grief has its own character in the story, almost like a shadow lurking in the back of our minds.
Oh wow, I didn't think about it like that. So the grief is almost a physical presence, like a character that the man isn't just dealing with internally, but wait, can emotions really be that tangible? It reminds me of those movies where a ghost follows you around, you know, like in The Sixth Sense.
Exactly. That supernatural element elevates the emotional experience. The crow represents something sinister, but also deeply tied to his past, like a marker of his memories. This isn't just random, it's a symbol. When the crow whispers, "I won't leave until you don't need me anymore," it's a commentary on how we sometimes cling to our grief out of fear of letting go.
Oh, that's kinda deep, right? It's like holding on to sadness keeps us company, but then it also stops us from moving on. Wow, that's powerful. But it's also a bit creepy, like having a pet that you can't get rid of. I mean, could you imagine if grief was a literal roommate?
Haha, absolutely. Picture it. You come home, and there's just this sadness sitting on the couch moaning about life, eating your snacks. But think about it. This metaphor of the crow is a masterstroke by Porter. It's a surreal way to express the pain and complexities of losing someone. Grief shapes our lives, doesn't it?
Right, and he uses metaphors throughout the narrative to connect these heavy emotions with unique imagery. So how do we, as writers or storytellers, find that balance? I mean, sometimes metaphors can feel overdone.
Exactly. It's all about precision. You want your reader to feel that connection, without feeling like they've just walked into a poetry class and been hit with 1,000 metaphors at once, right? Take every metaphor you include and think critically about it. Does it serve the emotion you want to convey, or does it distract? It's all about context.
Oh, I see. Like using a simple image can sometimes punch much harder than an elaborate metaphor. Do you have an example? Like one that was really straightforward but impactful?
Sure. Think about a character looking at an empty chair at the dinner table. That alone conveys a vacuum of loss. No grand metaphors needed. It's just the absence of someone. And everyone understands that feeling, right?
Yes, even thinking of an empty chair can bring back memories. I remember and make you feel something. But back to Porter, how does he make those intricate connections? I mean, how do those tangential elements enhance his work?
Great question. It's about weaving threads of emotion throughout the narrative. Every scene, every detail, from the rich smell of decay to the coldness enveloping him, builds on this central theme of grief. It's like a puzzle. Every piece, once connected, helps create that broader picture and elicit empathy. Really evokes strong feelings when you can see the bigger picture come together.
Wow, I love that analogy. It's like creating an emotional tapestry then. And I guess that makes the reader feel less alone in their grief, like they're not just experiencing it in isolation.
Precisely. Readers can relate, and through those metaphors and tangible elements, they can reflect on their own experiences with loss and healing. It's about turning personal trauma into universal truths, allowing for connection and catharsis.
Yeah, and all that from a story about a crow. It really highlights how tiny details can resonate in profound ways. I'm definitely going to look at metaphors in a new light now. It's like storytelling is a sort of magical realism itself.
Absolutely. And it's this blend of the surreal with the tangible that allows for such rich storytelling. Porter really knows how to take what we often dismiss as mundane and elevate it into the extraordinary.
Oh, I can't wait to dive into this more. Just imagine weaving our own life experiences into something that resonates so deeply with others. Wow!